If the Bhagavad Gita's philosophy was to be reduced in just one shloka, then it would be the 47th shloka of the second chapter. It is one of the most famous of the 700 shlokas. Many Hindus, even those who don't know much about the Gita, will be able to quote at least a part of this shloka. कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफलहेतुर्भूः मा ते संगोऽस्त्वकर्मणि. The literal meaning of this shloka is, you only have the right to perform your duty, but you are not entitled to the fruits of your action. Never consider yourself the cause of the results of your activities, and do not be attached to inaction. But the question is, how? How can we not care about the result? Getting something at the end of my work is the only reason I'm doing the work, isn't it? I work hard at office to get promotion, increment, and to rise up the corporate ladder. I study hard for exams to get good results, to get admission into a good university. I exercise to get a good-looking and fit body. Every action that I take has an agenda. It is either to get something or to prevent the loss of something else. I want the pleasure of success, and I want to avoid the pain of failure. I want the joy and the profits of being promoted, and I want to avoid the sorrow of being stuck at the same level. According to Bhagavad Gita, pleasure and pain, joy and sorrow, profit and loss, success and failure, victory and defeat, all these opposites are the two sides of the same coin. All our life we have been working, plotting and planning, spending all our time to achieve one side of the coin. Pleasure, joy, profit, victory, success, while avoiding the other side, pain, sorrow, loss, defeat, and failure. But as per Gita, one side cannot exist without the other. It's only because we think of something as pleasurable that its absence becomes painful. And that is where all our worries and sorrows exist. I am worried if I will get promoted or not. What will happen? Or I am sad that I was not promoted. Someone else got the credit. I had worked so hard. Why did this happen to me? Or let's take an example at our home. I am managing the house, doing all the work. But no one appreciates, no one values me. They just point out mistakes. And at least from what I know, we spend most of our time worrying about what might happen or being sad about what just happened. Even when we achieve something, within a matter of hours or days, we are worried about the next thing. So, if we could somehow manage to implement this shloka in our lives, it would be quite nice, isn't it? That we just don't care about the result and only focus on our work. And that is the perfect route to happiness. We all have experienced this sometimes in our lives. Say, if you like to paint or dance or play football, whatever it is, you would have noticed that for those few moments when you are too engrossed in that dance or that painting, that you completely lose track of time. You are in the zone. That is when you are focused only on that thing that you are doing. There is nothing else in that moment. And I am sure you can recall how peaceful those moments are, how joyful. So, how shall we bring that kind of peace in everything that we do? How can we save ourselves from getting stuck in the cycles of pain and pleasure? To do that, let's try and break the shloka into segments. Let's focus on the highlighted part here. You are not entitled to the fruits of your action. Never consider yourself the cause of the results of your activities. One way to look at this is that the work is the only thing I have in my control. I have no control over the outcome, so why worry about it? I have made a detailed video on this. I will share the link in the description below. It does not mean that I just sit back and let things happen, as I do not care about the result. The last part of the shloka clearly says that do not be attached to inaction. In essence, what it says is that if there is a project or a situation in my life And if I can do something about it, then I should just do it. And once I have done my part to the best of my ability, there is no need to worry. Like preparing for the exams is in my hands. Likewise, doing well in my workplace. But the exam results or the promotion in office is not in my direct control. And now, let's come to the first line. You only have the right to perform your duty. It talks about my duty. What is my duty? Is it what my boss asked me to do? Or what my mother-in-law tells me to do? What if we directly perform the duty for the supreme boss, God Himself? Has God given us a duty? What I have seen is that if I can attach a higher purpose to what I am doing, like a duty from God, then it becomes easier to focus only on the work and not on the outcome. Let me explain with an example. Say, I am managing the house and work all day taking care of the chores and the family. But I do not see anyone appreciate my work. They all just take me for granted. And this is something that I do not like. It feels as if I'm not valued here. It makes me feel bad all the time. What is happening here? I am sad as the outcome of my efforts, my work, is not in my favor. I expected some sort of behavior from others, which is not happening. Now, let's look at it in a different way. In this life, I am living with these other souls. My spouse, in-laws, kids, and so on. So, there is a very strong karmic account that I have with them from my past lives. And in this life, my duty is to serve them with love and thus keep my karma positive. Why? Because my good karma enables me to manifest good in my life. It helps me connect to the divine energy from God. Note that good karma is not just what I do, but also what I say and think. Karma includes my thoughts, words, and actions. So, no matter how others behave, no matter if they recognize my efforts or not, it is in my larger interest to do my work well and do that with all the love and respect that keeps my karma positive, that increases my soul power, that helps me connect with God. And if I am on this duty towards God, then how can small things like criticism affect me from doing my divine duty? I am here to serve and serve with love and respect. And that is how I build my good karma. And that is how I focus only on my work and my duty and not the outcome. Let's take another example. I create videos for my channel. If a video does well, gets lot of views, I feel happy. And then if the next one doesn't, I feel sad. It's like the remote control of my happiness is in the hands of this YouTube algorithm. Does it have to be that way? What if I'm not just a YouTuber? What if there is a higher purpose? What if I am here on a duty from God? What if I'm here to create something that helps people lead better lives? Now, I just want to create good content and create in a way that everyone can understand and implement in their lives. That can help them lead a happier life. That is my higher purpose. And as long as I can focus on the quality of my content, focus on creating, which is the only thing in my hand, I am doing my karma, my duty well. I am serving with love and care. And then nothing else matters. Does it? That helps me a lot in focusing solely on the work at hand. I know that it's not easy, but I also know that the current approach of chasing results is not serving us well. Is it? And to change, we need to practice this. Slowly but surely, we can reach a level where the work itself will become the purpose. The work itself will become the reward, and we will stop looking outside. This is the only recipe for perfect and lasting happiness. Don't forget to watch this video where we cover another important lesson from Bhagwad Gita. Thanks a lot for watching, and do subscribe to the channel for more videos on building a healthy mind, body and soul.